Chapter 5. Training and Preparation. The Martian sunrise painted the dusty plains in hues of rose and gold, casting long shadows from the makeshift training grounds Amara had established. Here, amidst the silence of the red planet, the scattered gods honed their dormant abilities. Amara, her movements infused with a warrior's grace, twirled a staff carved from a strange, otherworldly metal. Energy crackled around it, shimmering with an ethereal blue light. Across from her, Alex and Olivia stood, their faces etched with determination. Olivia, a former geologist, focused her will on a pile of loose rocks at the edge of the clearing. A grunt escaped her lips as the Martian soil responded, the rocks levitating and forming intricate geometric patterns. Each successful manipulation tightened the connection between Olivia and the planet, a connection that resonated deep within her genes. Amara surveyed their progress with a critical but encouraging eye. "Olivia," she said, her voice firm, "your bond with the Martian soil deepens, but remember, control is paramount. Focus your will, channel the energy, and shape it with precision." Olivia nodded, her brow furrowed in concentration. The rocks shifted slightly, aligning themselves with even greater symmetry, their movements echoing an ancient, almost forgotten language. Turning to Alex, Amara held out her staff. "Your turn, Alex. Today we refine your telekinesis. Forget brute force, focus on control. Imagine the energy flowing through you, extending outwards and manipulating your target object." Alex, a former astrophysicist, closed his eyes, picturing the staff in Amara's hand. He envisioned a web of energy connecting him to the object, pulsing with a soft blue light. Slowly, cautiously, he began to exert his will. The staff trembled slightly, then, defying Martian gravity, lifted off the ground, hovering before him. A grin spread across Alex's face, wider than any astronomical discovery could ever elicit. It wasn't much, but it was a start, a spark of power rekindled from the embers of a forgotten legacy. With newfound confidence, he maneuvered the staff through the air, mimicking the intricate patterns Olivia had carved from the Martian soil. The days that followed were a whirlwind of focused training. Amara, drawing upon her Pleiadian knowledge and advanced technology, pushed them to their limits. They practiced telekinesis with a variety of objects, from pebbles to large boulders. Olivia delved deeper into her connection with the Martian soil, learning to manipulate the terrain itself, creating trenches and rudimentary structures. Amara also introduced them to a more esoteric concept, channeling celestial energy. The scattered gods, she explained, were not just warriors of immense power, but conduits as well. They could channel the very essence of the cosmos, amplifying their abilities and unlocking new possibilities. This knowledge was a gift from the Pleiadians, passed down through generations. But brute force alone wouldn't be enough. Amara unveiled a more esoteric concept, channeling celestial energy. The scattered gods, she explained, her voice filled with the weight of forgotten history, were not just warriors of immense power, but conduits as well. They could channel the very essence of the cosmos, amplifying their abilities and unlocking new possibilities. The concept was elusive, bordering on the mystical. Yet under Amara's patient guidance, they began to grasp the basics. They learned to meditate, focusing their minds on a higher plane, allowing the celestial energy to course through them. It was a delicate dance, a balancing act between their own consciousness and the vast, ancient power of the universe. Their efforts weren't always successful. Frustration and self-doubt gnawed at them, whispering insidious doubts about their ability to rise to the challenge before them. But they persevered, fueled by the looming threat of the Devourer. The fragmented intel Amara gleaned from long-distance scans painted a grim picture. The Devourer's influence was spreading, leaving a trail of devastation across multiple star systems. One particularly grueling training session, Alex lay sprawled on the dusty Martian ground, sweat stinging his eyes. Amara knelt beside him, her hand resting on his shoulder. "Remember, Alex," she said, her voice filled with quiet strength, "power isn't just about brute force. It's about understanding, about using your abilities with precision and control." Taking a deep breath, Alex delved into the wellspring of ancestral echoes within him, memories and knowledge passed down through generations of scattered gods. He visualized techniques for manipulating energy with a finesse he never thought possible. With renewed focus, he channeled celestial energy, effortlessly lifting the boulder that had previously exhausted him. A sense of accomplishment washed over him, a spark of hope igniting in his chest. He looked at Olivia, who was manipulating a torrent of Martian soil into a swirling vortex, her eyes glowing with newfound power. They were no longer just scientists, they were becoming warriors, guardians reborn. As their training intensified, the news from Amara's long-distance scans became increasingly unsettling. The Devourer's influence spread like a malignant cancer, leaving devastation in its wake. They needed to act fast. The time for preparation was drawing to a close. Amara unveiled her plan, her voice resonating with a steely resolve. Using a combination of salvage technology from her ship and the combined power of Alex and Olivia, they would construct a powerful dimensional portal, a gateway that would lead them directly to the heart of the Devourer's domain. The risk was immense. Stepping through a dimensional portal was a precarious endeavor, fraught with the possibility of ending up in a hostile dimension or even ceasing to exist altogether. But it was their only hope. The following days were a flurry of activity. Amara, drawing upon her vast technological knowledge, repurposed the ship's core systems, weaving them into a complex lattice of energy conduits. Alex and Olivia, their focus sharpened by weeks of training, channeled celestial energy into the heart of the device, fueling its power. The once sterile interior of the ship thrummed with an otherworldly energy, the air crackling with anticipation. On the eve of their departure, they gathered around a crackling Martian campfire, the flames casting flickering shadows on their faces. A somber mood pervaded the air, the weight of their mission pressing down on them. "We may not all return," Amara said, her voice breaking the silence, "but the fate of countless worlds rests on our shoulders." Olivia, ever the pragmatist, nodded her assent. "We know," she said, her voice firm. "We've trained for this. We'll face the Devourer together." Alex, a hint of apprehension flickering in his eyes, looked at Amara. "Is there anything else we should know?" Amara took a deep breath. "The prophecy spoke of alliances," she said, "but it also hinted at a weapon, a hidden power left behind by the scattered gods." Intrigue sparked in Olivia's eyes. "A weapon? Where is it?" Amara shook her head. The prophecy only offered cryptic clues. It mentioned a world shrouded in ice and shadows, guarded by creatures of pure energy. The description sent shivers down Alex's spine. It aligned with one of the faint echoes they'd picked up on their initial scans. A frozen wasteland inhabited by beings of pure sentience. "Zoth," he murmured, recalling the name from their star charts. A flicker of hope ignited within them. Perhaps this weapon, this hidden power, could be the key to defeating the Devourer. But first they had to reach Zoth and convince its enigmatic inhabitants to join their cause. The next morning, under the watchful gaze of a dawning Martian sun, they boarded the ship. A nervous excitement thrummed through them. They were no longer just a team of scientists thrust into an extraordinary circumstance. They were the scattered gods, awakening to their power, united against an ancient evil. With a deep breath and a shared look of determination, they activated the dimensional portal. The ship shuddered as a swirling vortex of energy erupted before them, its depths filled with an unsettling darkness. Taking a final glance at the red expanse of Mars, their home for the past few weeks, they plunged into the unknown, hearts pounding and minds locked in unwavering resolve. Their journey wouldn't be easy. Before confronting the Devourer, they had to navigate the treacherous landscape of interstellar diplomacy, forging alliances and seeking out the scattered pieces of their forgotten legacy. Their first stop, Zoth, the frozen wasteland bathed in the perpetual glow of a binary star system. There, they would confront beings of pure energy and seek the weapon that could turn the tide against the Devourer. The descent towards Zoth was a harrowing one. The viewport pulsed with an unsettling green glow, the binary stars casting long, distorted shadows across the endless expanse of ice. The temperature plummeted within the ship, the recycled air turning frigid despite the internal heating struggling to keep pace. "Are you sure this is the right coordinates?" Alex asked, his breath forming a swirling cloud in the chilled air. "Positive," Amara replied, her voice tight with focus as she monitored the ship's systems. "The energy signature matches the cryptic clues from the prophecy." As they pierced the planet's upper atmosphere, the ship was buffeted by a violent ice storm. The windshield flickered under the relentless assault, the automated wipers struggling to keep pace with the onslaught of frozen projectiles. "Brace yourselves," Amara shouted, her voice strained over the howling wind. Alex and Olivia gripped their emergency handles, their bodies jolted as the ship shuddered violently. Moments later, they emerged from the storm, greeted by a breathtaking yet desolate vista. The landscape of Zoth was a vast, frozen wasteland bathed in the ethereal glow of the binary stars. Endless glaciers stretched as far as the eye could see, their surfaces sculpted by eons of wind and ice. In the distance, towering structures of pure ice, shimmering with an otherworldly light, pierced the frozen sky. "This place is incredible," Olivia murmured, her voice hushed with awe. Incredible and terrifying. The desolate beauty of Zoth was tinged with an underlying sense of hostility. This was a world where life, if it existed at all, adapted to survive in the harshest of environments. Amara, Alex said, a hint of unease in his voice. How do we even make contact with beings of pure energy? Amara tapped into the ship's communication system, a frown creasing her brow. Standard frequencies won't work. We need to try a different approach. She spent the next few minutes fiddling with the controls, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface. Finally, a satisfied smile cracked her lips. Think of it like a high-frequency sonar ping, but tuned to resonate with pure energy signatures. A low hum filled the ship as Amara activated the modified communication system. The response was immediate. The air crackled with a raw energy that made their hair stand on end. A swirling vortex of light materialized before them, coalescing into a vaguely humanoid figure composed of crackling energy. Greetings, Amara projected her voice using the modified system. We come in peace. We seek the counsel of the energy weavers of Zoth. The figure shifted, its luminescent form pulsing rhythmically. A booming voice, devoid of physicality, resonated within their minds. Who are you and why do you disturb our slumber in this frozen world? Amara explained their mission, detailing the rising threat of the Devourer and their search for the mythical weapon hinted at in the prophecy. As she spoke, the figure shifted again, its energy coalescing into a series of swirling images, visions of devastation, of worlds consumed by an entity of pure darkness. The Devourer, the energy being boomed, a sense of ancient sorrow pulsing through its communication. We have felt its growing hunger across the vast expanse of space, but the weapon you seek, it is a legend, a forgotten relic of a bygone era. Olivia, ever the pragmatist, pressed on. Legend or not, it may be our only hope. Can you at least tell us where to find it? Another series of swirling images flooded their minds, a cavern deep within the glacial heart of Zoth, guarded by entities as volatile as the very environment they protected. The choice is yours, the energy being finally spoke. But be warned, the path you seek is fraught with peril. Thanking the energy weavers, Amara steered the ship towards the coordinates they had received. They landed on a vast glacial plain, the frigid air stinging their lungs as they disembarked. Before them, a colossal crevasse split the glacier open, its depths shrouded in an otherworldly blue glow. This is it, Alex said, his voice a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Taking a deep breath, they plunged into the icy chasm, the echoing crunch of their footsteps swallowed by the vastness of Zoth. Their journey for the mythical weapon had only just begun.